It's not going. We are back. We are back. We are back with Talk with Maserati. Hold on. Let me make sure my vocals are good. My vocals are good. We are back with Talk with Maserati. We are back. Today's show. It is Wednesday, everybody. It is Wednesday. Hold on. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. So on today's show, hold on. Let me make sure the stream is strong on Twitch. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do Twitch. Make sure the stream is strong on Twitch. Make sure everybody's in it. Let them fall in. Let them get time to fall in. Let them get time to fall in. You know, we gotta give them time to fall in, right? Everybody, come on in. Today's gonna be a great show. Today's gonna be an excellent show. Today's gonna be an excellent show. I mean, like a really, really, really good show. Today's gonna be a great show. I mean, it's gonna be an excellent show. Like, gonna be a real good show today. Today. I got a real good show for you guys, man. Like some. So what I wanted to do was make the show a little more formatted. So I took the time out to see what I wanted to talk about today, right? And so as you know, it's Talk with Maserati podcast, right? I want to let you know what you're in for today is we're going to talk about leveling up men's empowerment on all fronts. So this is a guide channel. And when I mean guide channel, doesn't mean I'm bashing women. It doesn't mean that I'm hating on women. It's just a channel that helps men better themselves on all levels, right? What I mean by all levels, I mean on the mental front, physical front, financial front, and the relational growth, right? And I want to acknowledge this from the beginning to end. The importance of this is a safe space for men to talk about improvement, right? So in the chat, fellas, what's one area you're working on right now to better yourself? You can drop it in a DM. You can drop it in the comments. Throughout the show, you can just let me know what's going on, right? You can just let me going on, and we're going to just, we're just going to keep it lively, yeah? We're going to keep it lively, guys. We're going to keep it lively with some old school, old player music, you know what I'm saying? Just joking around. Just joking around. That was fun, right? But anyway, I want to make sure that everyone is understanding that this is a space for men to just grow. And I'm talking about through my experiences of time and just things that I've learned, things that I've went through, things that I've seen about myself that I want to fix and how I fixed them and the things I did to better myself, right? I always drink water too when doing these things. Always drink water, right? And the importance of how to fix the things and how to do them because we all make mistakes in life. We all try to better ourselves. I hope we all are. I can't say that for everyone, right? And so we're gonna bust this down into a few segments, and what I hope to gain today is the kind of like understanding of where we're going in life, how we identify what we're doing in life, a little bit of self-reflection, a lot of goal setting, and like things that I did personally to better myself. And I think that the last few episodes kind of got off the normal basis of what I intended this show to be like, when I first started doing this. And I think sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad for the show, but hey, things happen, right? No one's perfect. I ain't expecting no one to be perfect, but I do appreciate everybody tuning in from across the world. And everybody who do and don't tune in. It's fine. I understand. Let's get this chat box going on. Actually, hold on, let me get that. There you go. So let's see what we got in the chat here. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Bam. Okay, so we're good to go. Let's go. So first off, what I want to talk about, right? We talk about everything here. First thing I want to talk about is self-reflection and identity, right? The purpose, right? I want to help y'all get a foundation of self-development, right? And what is knowing your values and your life mission to change your way you decision making, right? To change the way you just do your decision making, right? And what I mean by that is knowing your values, knowing your integrity, knowing your ethics, and knowing what you hold dear to yourself, right? And the way you do this, it comes through your upbringing also, but things you develop throughout life. A lot of us might have had bad upbringings. A lot of us might have had good upbringings. But as you grow in through life, right, you're going to understand what makes you a man and what do you identify as you as a man, right? And here's the thing, right? What is your life mission? Like, what is your life mission could be sports. Life mission could be rap. It could be content creation. It could be, like for me, as a motivational speaker to help people learn from my mistakes. It's different things for different people. You can't really expect everyone to have the same life mission or to understand your life mission. Everybody's not going to be on the same accord. Different people are going to understand different reasons, right? So what you have to do is understand that, hey, everything ain't for everybody, right? But you got to keep pushing on, right? So why knowing your values and life mission changes your decision making? Knowing that is very important. So remember, knowing why your values and life mission changes your decision making is very key. The reason for that being is this. The things you believe in and your life mission is going to determine the decisions you make throughout life. Meaning if you know right from wrong and you know where you want to go in life, it's going to keep you from doing certain things. That means if you're on a certain trajectory in your life, you're not going to make certain decisions that are not right for you, right? You're not going to do certain things that keep you from doing other things. So you know that you're not going to put certain barriers in your life that keep you from growing, right? And certain people understand that. Certain people are not like bound by, how can I say, limiting tasks. Like, they know that if they do something right now in their youth, it'll keep them from their future, right? And also saying, hey, you know what? Right now, in my 20s, if I grind in my 20s, sacrifice in my 20s, grind in my 30s and my 40s, I can live good. Some people didn't make them decisions. Some people, played in their 20s, messed up in their 30s, and they're working hard in their 40s now. A lot of people did that. Now they're working hard in their 60s. But we live and we learn, right? Now, here are common identity traps, right? Career titles, material possessions, and social images, right? So I'm going to say it again. Common identity traps are career titles, material possessions, and social images. So people get caught up in that, right? What do I mean by career titles? Some people get caught up in, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, or I'm a therapist, I'm this, I'm that. Or I'm a manager, I'm a supervisor, I'm a director. They get caught up in that, and that becomes their identity. They don't know who they are no more. They don't know themselves beyond the position they've gotten in a job. You know what I'm saying? They don't know themselves beyond the position they got in a job. So they've metamorphosized into this job that they have, and they don't even know who they are no more, to where they've made themselves just this one position. Like, they made themselves just this one position to the point to where they don't know who they are no more. They know themselves as the position, and they start making decisions and life-changing decisions based on this job. So they question their integrity. Well, their integrity is in question because they made a decision based on this job, right? Or this career title. So instead of being who they were, right, they let this job dictate who they are. You can find that with a lot of high-end managers, high VPs. A prime example could be the Coldplay situation. Remember, the CEO, he was caught at the Coldplay concert with the lady from HR. Who knows why? But a lot of times you'll find people like that in those type of situations who let their career titles dictate who they are, and they'll start acting like that. So we find that a lot. Now, material possessions. A lot of times people covet these material possessions and allow them material possessions become who they are. The cars, the money, the girls, the jewels. They start thinking, hey, this is life, right? You'll find that with some rappers, some entertainers, some movie stars, people who choose fame. Material possessions become that, and we covet those things. Even people who are not famous, even hardworking people, when they get a house, when they get a car, when they get certain items, they start coveting them things, and that becomes their identity. Ooh, that almost fell. Oh, my bad. Hold on, guys. Sorry. I don't know what's wrong with this. I have to stop going live because this thing is we blew up on my bad. But the material possessions become who they identify with. A lot of people become homes. They become all about their homes. They become home rich, or home poor, as they call it, right? They become all about the home. That's what they become. That's what they identify with. Everything becomes about the home, right? They become about the home strictly because their home that's what they identify with. They work so hard just to get a home, and that's who they become, right? Material possessions will become the identity trap, right? Now, social image. The social image identity trap is one of the biggest identity traps I see with a lot of people. Now, what I mean by social image, right? The best way I can say that with is social media, right? How people are perceived. being upper echelon, or being with the newest designer clothes, or being perceived as rich, or being perceived as someone important, or being perceived as this, or being perceived with this group of people. We want to be perceived as famous, or being perceived as being known so much that we'll go through any length of doing that. And you'll see, the content creation world, where people do the most craziest thing just to have a viral moment. That's what they mean. That's what they mean by that. Like, that's a trap, an identity trap, when people don't even know themselves no more because they're living off of social image. And you'll see a lot of this with actors, Heath Ledger, Robin Williams, a lot of actors who commit suicide based on getting so involved in acting these roles that they don't even know who they are no more. And it's like a mental drag, and they go through these mental problems, and that's how they resolve them. So you'll see that a lot. And that's identity trap, right? Now, identity traps can happen to anyone. No one's absolved from those. I think, if I'm going to be honest, I think we all go through a certain level of identity traps at a certain time in our life. I think we all have those times in our life where we have identity traps. I don't think no one's going through life where say, you know what, I've never had an identity trap. I think somewhere in our life that a certain time in our life, we had a certain identity that we were trapped in that we had to break free from. No one's perfect in that realm. But there are tools for self-discovery where you can find yourself, right? And here's some tools that I found that were very good to utilize to find yourself in self-discovery time, right? A good tool is journaling, right? When you journal and talk to yourself, it gives you time to self-discover yourself. When you just sit down there and put them words on a paper and just talk to yourself and journal daily, in the morning, even at night or midday, it helps you discover who you are more than anything. Like, journaling is very therapeutic. I found journaling, and I don't do it as much as I used to, but I found journaling really helps you get in tune with yourself. It really helps you be one with yourself, because what this does, what is that? My bad. What this does is help you see yourself in a different light that you probably normally wouldn't see yourself. This helps you understand where you're going and what you're doing with yourself, right? And now, journaling, and actually you get to go back and read it. So what journaling does, to me, journaling is like a time machine. Journaling is like a time machine because you can journal for like a year or two straight, right? And in that third year, go back to that first year and say where you were at that third year prior, right? 3 years before, and see what type of headspace you're in, right? So if you're following me, just think about that, right? Think about, right, journaling for 3 years straight. And on that third year, go back to that first year and see where you at mentally, and see the difference and understand where you're at in a different space. That's very powerful, right? That's very powerful. That's very powerful. So tools for self-discovery like journaling is very powerful. That's a very powerful tool. Another powerful tool for self-discovery is personality assessments. They have these online, they have them in books. There's all kinds of ways you can do personality assessments. Now, the key thing about personality assessments that are very good is it points out things about your personality that you really wouldn't see. Some things that you'll notice about, like being an enabler, or giving too much, or extending yourself more to people that you normally wouldn't extend, or understanding that you expect too much out of people, having high expectations, things that you wouldn't see about your personality that you should see, that other people see about you that you don't see about yourself. That's a good tool for self-discovery, because your personality is always going to shine through, because that's who you are naturally. Right. And then when you're caught in an identity trap and you don't know your true personality, this can help when you do a personality assessment. I encourage everyone out there to try to find a personality assessment that fits you and actually try to do this personality assessment. It's a very useful tool. I encourage anyone who can to try to do that. It's actually a good thing to do. Now, the third tool for self-discovery is actually one of my favorite tools to do for self-discovery, and this is quiet time, better known as meditation. Meditation is so underrated. It is so underrated in a world that is so noisy right now. If you think about the world we live in right now, it's forever noisy. I'm going to take a minute right now to just show you how quiet time is beneficial. Just listen. When we take time to be quiet, you can actually focus more. There are times throughout the day when I'm just quiet. When I'm working on a project, or if I know I got if I know I have something very important to do, before I do it, I'll just get super quiet. And I'll just think of everything I have to do in the next 18 hours. And I'll only focus on that and nothing else. I won't answer no phone calls. I don't answer no texts. I don't watch TV. I don't come on here. I will zone out and do that for the next 18 hours. It has to get done. Quiet time and meditation will save your life. It is very monumental that you utilize quiet time. I encourage everyone to understand the value in quiet time. You will win if you know how to utilize quiet time. That is a great tool for self-discovery if you learn how to utilize quiet time. Meditation is different from quiet time. The difference between quiet time and meditation also encompasses a certain type of breathing and thinking, right? Quiet time is just getting in a quiet place where there's no noise and allows you to think. Meditation actually has some type of breathing that helps you breathe in and breathe out and relax your body at the same time. So there's a big difference. But those are two good tools for self-discovery, right? Now, if you're following me now, if you've been through the show as we start the show, right, on self-reflection and identity, if you want to, write down 3 of your top values right now, right? So write down 3 of your top values right now, right? So for me, I'm going to write down, I know what my 3 top values are, right? And are you living in alignment with them, right? So ask yourself, if you write down 3 of your top values right now, are you living in alignment with those top 3 values, right? Ask yourself that, because that's very key to anyone right now. That's very key to anyone. Are you living in alignment with your top 3 values? Because if you know who you are as a person, as a man, are you living your top 3 values? Because those are non-negotiable. Your top 3 values are non-negotiable. And when you write those top 3 values down, look at them. Look at them. Don't be ashamed. Look at those top 3 values. Are you living in them? Are you living in them right now? Because you should know. You should know as a man, are you living in them? Because only you know. I don't know. You know though as a man. As a man, you got to stand on your morals, principles, and values as a man. Only you can do that, Ain't nobody else gonna be able to do that, right? Ain't nobody gonna do that, you know what I'm saying? You have to understand that. If you have a son, if you have a daughter, anyone around you, they're looking at you. We all looking at you. We all, iron sharpens iron, right? And we all know that. Right now, in the world we live in 2025, values, morals, ethics, good character are very rare and valuable right now. And I hold myself to a certain standard. And I know that these type of episodes I put out don't get as much views as the other stuff that I put out. But this is what I put out, So I want you to think about that. Reflection and self-identity, right? But moving on, right? Moving on to the next segment, right? What I want to talk about now, right? And I'm proud of myself to actually say, hey, we're going to do this the right way. And I want to create this podcast to where it's done the right way, talking with my right, where I'm actually taking the time to give you guys A1 content, right? We're going to talk about mental and emotional mastery. Mental and emotional mastery. This is something that I worked very, 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 very hard on, right? Right? Now, the purpose of this segment is to break down the stigma around men's health and showing actionable strategies about men's health, right? That's the purpose of this segment. I want to show you guys real ways to attack mental health for men, because there's a stigma around men's health, right? That you have to be super tough. You can't show no emotions. You can't do this. You can't know. That's a stigma, bro. We're humans, right? We're humans, right? Right. Last time I checked, all men are humans. I don't know. I have this one here. I don't know why, guys. It's just hanging out. It is what it is. That's how my hair is. Sorry. Whatever. I know I need probably edge up, all kind of stuff, right? Anyway. Right. When it comes to mental and emotional mastery and breaking the stigma around men's mental health and having actionable strategies about that, here's a few things I want to talk about. Here's a few things I would like to talk about. Here's 3 things to start with: the importance of therapy, coaching, and emotional literacy. And when I say emotional literacy, that's emotional IQ, emotional intelligence. That's all wrapped in one. But I'm gonna say emotional literacy because being literate is having the knowledge of. So I'm gonna use that word, right? Just to be on the same page with a lot of people, right? And we're gonna start first with therapy, right? The importance of therapy for men and men's mental health, right? And this is for men to mentally and have mental and emotional mastery. It's very key for men to stop being so masculine and so macho and go get some therapy. A lot of you men need therapy. The reason why men need therapy is because a lot of us didn't have fathers. We grew up with a single mother who had to be masculine. She had to work a couple jobs. So she yelled at us. She was hard on us, and it did a little bit of damage. We have a little, post-stress, PTSD, whatever it calls. So there's some trauma there. And a lot of us men don't want to admit that. So we walk around with this macho bravado while you're really inside hurting from that past childhood trauma you have, and you don't want to address it. And it comes out other ways. You have abandonment issues. You have trust issues. You have a lot of hurt, and you don't want to talk to nobody. So it comes off as anger. You have mood swings. You don't trust nobody. So you can't commit and you can't love properly. And this is affecting your performance at work. It's affecting you doing drugs. It's affecting you having an alcohol problem. You're very hypersexual. You have problem. This is why you need therapy. This is why you need to go seek help. You need to vent because you feel like you can't talk to one. You feel like no one cares about you. You feel like you're not seen. You feel like you're not appreciated. You feel like you're not respected. You don't feel like you can go see hop woman to woman, person to person. You can't keep no friends because you can't understand how to bond. You can't pair a bond with no one. You need therapy. You're always angry. The slightest thing makes you get in a mood swing. You just always upset. You got multiple baby mamas. You're just doing all this crazy stuff. You need therapy. You need to talk to someone, and it's okay. It's okay. And I get it. You don't want to tell no one you're going to therapy because you think your peer group is going to make fun of you. I get it. It's okay. No worry, bro. I've been to therapy. You know why I went to therapy? Because I want to know why I was always mad. I want to know why I was always upset. Why did I wake up mad every day? But I was happy. I didn't get it. I said, bro, I was happy. I remember I told my boy T. Ross. I bet I keep kicking this thing. I told my boy T. Ross, I said, bro, I wake up, I had a 2-bedroom apartment, I had 2 cars, I got money in the bank, saved up stocks of properties. I'm good. My kid's good. I'm good. I have everything that I asked God for. I have no worries. If my family needs something, I can send it to them. If anybody, I can lend people money and not miss it. Like, I have everything I want. Like, why am I always mad? Even though I'm happy, no matter what. And so I went to therapy because I know I needed therapy. As a man, we get caught up in this macho bravado, knowing that men's mental health is something no one ever talks about. So I went to therapy. A lot of men are scared to go to therapy. So I went to therapy. A lot of you men need therapy because you've been hurt in your past. A lot of our fathers are not in our lives, so they never taught us how to be men and how to process our emotions as men. So we're scared to go to therapy, but a lot of y'all need to go to therapy. It's okay. I get it. It doesn't seem cool. Y'all think it's not masculine. It's not macho. Go to therapy. That's one of the parts of mental and emotional mastery. Because if a lot of us men went to therapy, you would learn how to express your emotions, how to be open about your emotions, and stop the cycle of the things we're going through. We could love our kids better. We could love our family better. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. It's a lot of reasons why we can't just be there for our kids. We wouldn't have kids everywhere. We would be able to just be regular people. I always just ask myself, bro, like I see certain people like, dang, they always happy. They're never mad. Like, why can't they just be chill? I used to ask myself because I was like, man, I'm always mad. Why? Because I needed therapy and I did that, right? The next is coaching. Coaching. You're like, well, Shells, what's coaching? Maserati, what's coaching? Coaching is someone who helps you with like your image, with work, stuff like that. Coaching helps you with your day-to-day life. A lot of y'all need coaching. What coaching does helps you with everything, like helps you with your finances, help you with your day-to-day life. Like, there's nothing wrong. Coaching is like kind of like I want to say the right word. Coaching. Who does coaching? Wes Watson does coaching. Young Goldie does coaching. A lot of dudes do coaching online, right? But basically, who else does coaching? It's a lot of these dudes that do coaching. Basically, coaching help you with your lifestyle, right? And there's nothing wrong with hiring a coach. Coaching helps you with your lifestyle. A lot of dudes need coaching with your lifestyle, how to balance out your life, right? How to multitask life. Get a coach. It's nothing wrong with hiring a coach, bro, with your life. Because a lot of y'all don't even know if y'all going or coming. Y'all don't know where which way y'all going in y'all life. Y'all just living life day to day, waking up, doing nothing, hopping on the internet, playing around. As a man with your mental and emotional state, get a coach, bro. Find someone who's done what you're trying to do in life and have them coach you. If you're trying to be a musician and you know someone who's done it before, get a coach. If you're trying to do like, bro, with the shit I'm doing right now, bro, it's people that I talk to that coach me through this. When a lot of things I do, I get people to coach me through it. That's what a coach does, bro. Like, listen, if Michael Jordan didn't have Phil Jackson, he wouldn't have got 6 rings. If Kobe didn't have Phil Jackson, he wouldn't have got 5 rings. You need a coach that knows what you're doing to get you where you want to go. See, a lot of us have this Lone Ranger aspect that's lone wolf. That shit don't work, bro. The lone wolf method does not work, bro. You need some coaching in what you're doing. I cannot do all this shit by myself. Everything you're seeing me doing right now, someone coached me through this. I promise you. I promise you, someone coached me through all of this, through the lighting, through the sound. Everything I'm doing right now, someone coached me. I did not do none of this on my own. I promise you that. I promise you, I did not do nothing on my own. Someone really helped me with every single thing because I need help. I cannot do this on my own. I'm not that type of person. I'm not Superman. I make it look good, yeah. I recorded on my own. I uploaded on my own, but someone had to teach me how to use Twitch. Someone had to teach me how to hook up the sound, how to use a Mac computer, how to pick the Shure mic, how to do all the lighting, how to do the backdrop, how to pick everything. I had coaching. Men are scared to listen to other men sometimes. And it's this new generation. Can't no nigga tell me shit. That's the problem with y'all. Can't nobody tell y'all shit. How you ever gonna learn if can't nobody tell you shit? I never met a group of people that was born knowing everything. I get it. It's sometimes how people tell you it. But just think about that. If can't nobody ever tell you anything, then what's the point of talking to you? Right? We're going to keep it going, man. I need some more water because I'm giving y'all some A1 game right here today. Today, I told y'all I had something good for y'all today. When y'all watch this back, y'all gonna be like, "This he going in today. This ain't no interaction. This is good." Okay, so the last one is emotional literacy, emotional IQ, emotional intelligence, all that, right? Emotional literacy is basically understanding that we all have emotions. You're going to get mad. You're going to be happy. You're going to be sad. Why do you think anger management is called anger management, not anger be gone? It's the management of one's anger. You're going to get mad. You're going to be angry. It's how you handle it. You're going to get jealous. You're going to have envy. It's how you handle it. You got to be able to handle your emotions. And handling your emotions is being able to verbally express your emotions when they happen in the moment. Don't be upset. Oh, hey, man, I ain't tripping. And then an hour later, oh, I didn't like that. When you have a problem, it's a term we used to have. I don't live by this. Get off where you get mad at. I have a thing is, if I have a problem, I have to say it right then and there. If I don't say it right then and there, I have to let it go. As soon as it happens, I have to speak on it because I have to let you know right then and there, hey, I don't like that. That's not cool. Or what are you talking about? What does that mean? Because we're going to address this right now so there's no discrepancies of what we're talking about. Because we have to know right now, is there a problem right now? Let's fix this right now. No, right now. Because I don't want no misunderstanding about what's going on. Because my emotional literacy tells me that I understand that you might be upset, I might be upset, but we can't keep being upset. Emotional literacy is saying, hey, we're married. We can't go to bed mad. We got to handle this right now. What's the problem? We have to understand it because men should be solution based. And you can't be solution based if you have no emotional literacy. So you have to understand you do have emotions. I don't care what none of you do. I don't feel a thing. The streets to make me cold. No, they didn't. You do feel something, bro. You do feel something. Right? You do feel something, bro. So that's what emotional literacy is, right? But contingent to the emotional literacy, I want to talk about this. How to process emotions without letting them control you. Now, what that means is very, very important, right? Man, my mouth dry. I don't know why. But that's very important. So it's how to process emotions without letting them control you. What this means is this. Listen up now. I'm going to use some old school terms. You in the club. Somebody steps on your shoe. Your new Air Ones, cocaine white, gum bottom, with your strap crossed front like Nelly said. You can say, they said, excuse me. Oh, it ain't no, I know we in the club. Don't worry about it, bro. You smooth. We can say, nigga, you stepped on my shit. Nigga, oh, you got me. What? It escalates. So as a fight breaks out, you pop a nigga, now you in jail for that. How did you control your emotions, or did they control you? Which ones is it? Because see, a lot of times our emotions are controlling us. A lot of times we're in these situations where we're not controlling our emotions because the outside who's watching is controlling our emotions. So we see, I ain't going out like that. Or we know these phones are watching. Oh yeah, we put on a show. That's who's really controlling our emotions. We're not controlling our emotions. When you can control your emotions, people can't get the best of you. I had to, man, listen. You're talking to someone who I'm talking about maybe 2-3 weeks ago, just mastered that, understanding that people will try to play on your emotions and try to make you come out of character based on your emotions. They will play with your emotions, and the number one emotion they'll play with is anger. When people see, I can't hide my emotions good. Dang, I'm next thing. I can't hide my emotions good. So people know if they make me angry, they will see it because I believe in pure transparency. I cannot hide that. If you make me upset, you'll see it. So I just learned how to process my emotions without letting them control me. So if you upset me, I'm going to smile and be like, okay, I ain't tripping. Because what I learned was, if I already know you can't harm me physically, then why should I let you get me upset? If you can't harm me physically, why should I let you get me upset? You can't do nothing to me. You ain't even built like that. First and foremost, you ain't cut from that cloth and you ain't finna do nothing. So you need to learn how to say how to process your emotions without letting them control you. So when you sit back and think like, you know what? Hold up. I'm mad. But why am I mad? Did they make me mad, or am I letting myself be mad? Okay, so what do we need to do? If everyone thought like that, as men, we have to process our emotions while letting them control us, because we are men. We're responsible for that. No one else. Right? No one else. We have to control our emotions. No one else is responsible for that, point blank, period. I don't care what you say, bro. You can't get me to believe nothing else. Point blank, period, right? When it comes to controlling our emotions. You hear me? Okay. So we're going to know about controlling our emotions. We understand that, right? Do we all understand that? Now, another part is balancing independence with the willingness to seek help. I wrote that down for a reason. Balancing independence with the willingness to seek help. That is so much for men out here, bro. Listen. I wrote this down because this is one of the biggest ones for me. Balancing independence with the willingness to seek help. We be so independent as men. Oh, man, I don't need no help. I'm going to get it out the mud. I don't need no help. And be struggling behind the scenes. Niggas be so independent, but be struggling behind the scenes. I'm going to get out the mud. I've been doing this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get out the mud. You know what I'm saying? I know, I've been doing this. Can't nobody stop me. I know how to do it, man. You know, I've been getting it out from a jet. When I jumped off the porch, didn't nobody hand me nothing. I've been having to get out. I'm used to it. So what, nigga? Ask somebody for help. It's somebody out there that can really help you. And you over here acting stupid because you don't want to seem like you needy. You don't want to seem like you needy. So you over here acting like you got it. Trust me, I've been like that. Niggas been out here with a 0, 0, 0. zero in their pocket, zero in their wallet, zero in their account, and don't ask somebody for help. And you probably got a homie that got it right now. You probably got a family member who got it. They willing to give it to you. All you got to do is ask for help. It's somebody right now going through something right now, and all they got to do is ask somebody for help, but our pride get in the way. Pride will always humble you. Our ego and pride will get in the way. You got $1 billion idea. You got $1 billion idea, but you want to get out the mud by yourself, so you scared to ask somebody. I'm telling you, I'm like that too. Yeah. I'm like that right now. I'm telling you, I'm like that. That's probably one of my biggest flaws. I'm so independent. I can't balance the willingness to ask for help. Because we think it's a weakness. Asking for help is a weakness. But men, especially black men, but I'm going to say men in general. I'm a black man, so I have to say black men, but I'm talking about men in general. I don't need no help, bro. I got this. I'm going to give you a prime example. I'm going to give you a prime example of how I hurt myself, right? So I was at the gym back in 23. And I at this point I was lifting real heavy, right? I was about like I was fat buff, the fat buff when you really fat but you think you buff. And I was lifting heavy, and so on the free weight incline, that's when you're sitting up. I had hit like 260 something, so I wanted to go up a little bit, right? And I didn't have no spotter because I work out by myself. So I tried to hit something super heavy, right? And I'm up there so I can get it by myself. Instead of asking for help, I lifted too much and I pulled something right here, and this buckled on me mid-workout. Luckily, it didn't fall on me, but it caught it. I was out for like a month because I pulled something here because I didn't ask for help. I wanted to be too independent and damn near hurt myself. A small injury, but it could have been worse. I could have dropped the whole thing on my throat. I could have hurt myself. Anything could have happened. But I wanted to be so independent instead of say, hey, bro, could you spot me real quick? I ain't never lifted this heavy. Do you know how many times somebody asked me to spot them? Mostly the people that ask me to spot them are females. A woman will ask you to spot them in the gym more than a man. A man probably asked me to spot them probably one time. Like once. That's crazy. So remember, balancing independence with the willingness to seek help, fellas. Now, fellas, I got a question, right? Think about the last time you got upset. How did you respond, or did you just react? Right? That's the question I got for the men out there. Think about the last time you got upset. Did you respond, or did you just react? And what I mean by did you respond, did you think about it, or did you just react? Because a lot of times when we get upset, we either respond and say, hey, or do we react? Because a lot of times we don't think before we react. We don't think before we react because we get so caught up with our emotions, right? We get caught up in our emotions, right? Fellas, and for you who guys are joining us kind of late, today we're talking about leveling up. We're talking about empowering men on all four fronts, right? And so we're doing good, guys. We're doing good. We're on the Shine with the show. Today's show, I made it like more segmented out, right? So in this part of the show, we're going to talk about physical health and discipline, right? Now, physical health and discipline is something I struggle with personally because, hey, I love to eat good food. And a lot of times I get busy, and a lot of times I'm not dedicated like I should be to the gym, right? But there is a deep connection. There is a deep connection. This science says this, medical says this, all kind of things, to body discipline and self-confidence. Body discipline and self-confidence go hand in hand. Once you become disciplined with your body, your self-confidence goes through the roof. Any man, I promise you, any man who is disciplined with his body, with his diet and his exercising, will gain a certain level of self-confidence that is out of this world. I promise you, any man who has body discipline will get self-confidence out of this world. Okay? I want to talk to you about small, consistent habits over extreme challenges, right? Small, consistent habits over extreme challenges, right? If you do small, consistent habits, it will win over extreme challenges. What that means is small, consistent habits, just small ones, bro. If you just start like no soda, right? Just start with no soda, right? Then no fried foods, no eating out, right? Then just working out 30 minutes a day, right? If you just do that, it'll overcome the bad habits, right? It'll overcome the bad habits. And then you'll understand like, oh, my body is changing slowly. Small, consistent habits over extreme challenges. Because a lot of times we say, man, I can't do this. I can't change this. Small, consistent habits. Just small, bro. Just don't try to see. A lot of times what we do is we want to, man, I want to do this 100 days straight. That's too, you trying to jump right into the fire. Small things, bro. Just say, I'm going to just stop drinking soda for 7 days. I'm going to stop smoking cigarettes because I see a lot of y'all smoke cigarettes. I'm going to stop doing small things first. I'm going to stop doing small things first. If you stop doing small things first, like the little insignificant things that you don't think that makes sense, because you know how easy it is to stop drinking soda? Bro, just don't buy it. Don't have it in your house. Just be like, don't order it when you get your food, right? Or cigarettes. Just don't buy it. I know, bro. How much it costs for cigarettes? Like $20. Just don't buy it. Small, consistent habits over extreme challenges, right? Do that, right? And I think as men, that's something we should be able to strive for. Small, consistent habits over extreme challenges, right? I think that anything we do consistently will show us that we can do anything, right? Now, what I want to talk about next in this physical health and discipline segment is the role of nutrition, hydration, and sleep. I don't want to show you all the bottle because they're not sponsoring me, so we're not going to show the bottle. But if you know me, I drink a lot of water and I get a lot of sleep. For sure, get a lot of sleep. Nutrition. I could probably be in better shape if my nutrition was better. But since I'm vegan, I eat a lot of carbs and sugar because I don't eat meat, right? So I shouldn't, though. And I'm working on that. But when it comes to working out and getting in better shape, 90% is nutrition, 10% is exercise. Nutrition is everything. You can extend your life way more. You can heal your body from within with nutrition. You can fuel your body with nutrition. You can heal your body with nutrition. You can actually fix your kidney, liver, gut with nutrition. You can heal yourself with nutrition. Dr. Sebi taught us that. So you can really fix yourself with nutrition. You can clear your skin with nutrition. You can get past kidney stones with nutrition. You can clear up brain fog with nutrition. Nutrition can save a lot of things if you just eat right. The hardest part about nutrition is the things that are good for you do not taste that good. But if you try it, you will get hooked. So for me, it became, now I count calories, right? I didn't count calories before. I'm mindful of what I eat. I make sure that I'm eating the right food. I make sure my macros are right. I make sure I'm eating what I'm supposed to. Now, I haven't went raw yet. Raw foods is crazy because once you eat raw foods, it's a whole different level. But I am juicing, juice detox. I'm doing that. The importance of nutrition will change your life. I was at 265. I'm at 238. I was bigger than this. But I understand nutrition. I was working out. I'm like, man, I was eating for breakfast, four fried eggs with this and that, trying to bulk up, looking stupid, neck all looking like it wasn't working. I had a misconception of what I was doing, right? I had to get together because my nutrition was wrong. I had to get that together. So when I started getting that together, I started understanding how I want to change my body, how I honestly want to look, how I want to grow. Nutrition fixed that, right? So nutrition is the key, right? So hold on. Well, nutrition was the key. But now the next one, I should just say and everybody should be in agreement with that one. Like that should be the easiest one. Hold on, I didn't even know that was on. My bad. Oops, my bad. I didn't even know that was on. I didn't even know that one was on. That's my bad. So the next one is hydration. Hydration shouldn't even be like a question. Your body, if I'm not mistaken, is 75% water. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I think it's 75% water. Your body is 75% water. You need water for everything. Hydrate. It helps you process, cleanse the kidney, the liver, help you burn fat, your metabolism, your skin, everything. You need it to live. You can go longer without eating than you can without water. Hydration is so important. It helps with the color of your skin, your pigmentation, the moisture in your hair, moisture in your body. It cools the body. It helps everything. It helps the food move through your digestive system. It helps everything. It helps if you're not having enough water, you can tell in your nails. It helps your breath. It helps cooling your mouth. Hydration is so important to the body. It's ridiculous. Hydration is so crazy needed. It will shock you. It's like a car not having a radiator with no antifreeze. That's how hydration is needed. Your urine should be pale. That's how much it's needed. Like it's needed severely. I'm talking about severely needed. Like overly severely needed. Like that's how much it's needed, right? Now, the next one, my favorite, sleep. Go to sleep. Sleep is my favorite. Now, sleep, it said you need 6 to 8 hours of sleep. This is to recharge the body, digest food, help muscle growth, muscle recovery, everything to reset the body. You don't get enough sleep, start getting the black bags under your eyes. Your body can't work properly. You can't think properly. You just can't function at all. Your body needs sleep. I don't care what they say. Oh, money never sleep. I can sleep when I'm dead. No, you can't. It just sounds good. People say that to sound good. You need sleep. I would encourage everyone to get as much sleep as possible. You need sleep. I would encourage you to, listen, normally if I'm not doing the show, I'm in bed at 8:30. If I'm not doing a podcast, I'm in bed at 8:30. If I'm not streaming, I'm in bed at 8:30. I love my sleep because I'm up early trying to get it. I'm telling you right now, you need your sleep. I'm sleepy right now, but I'm doing this. I'm going to get this done. You need your sleep. Point blank, period. You need your sleep. Point blank, period. I don't even think, like, bro, I shouldn't even have to say anything else about sleep. Like, honestly, what else can I say? Like what else? You burn calories when you sleep. Your brain's actually working when you sleep. You can actually learn things subliminally when you sleep through beta waves and all that. Like, I don't think I need to say anything else. Like REM sleep, deep sleep, core sleep. Like, what else can I tell you about sleep? Like, your brain is actually working while you sleep. Like, literally, there's all kind of things with sleep. Like, when you wake up, your brain's in alpha state where you can actually manifest things in your life that you want. Like, it makes your brain where you can learn better in alpha state. Like, there's so many things with sleep that are benefits to the body. It's crazy for people who don't get sleep. There's such thing as sleep deprivation that is very harmful to the body. It causes hallucinations. It causes all kinds of things. You need sleep. Now, here's what the thing is. I'm going to tell you how fitness builds mental resilience, right? How fitness builds mental resilience. How fitness builds mental resilience. When you work out regularly, it gives you a certain mental strength that most people don't have. It makes you capable of understanding certain things, and it helps you beat stress. So if you work out every morning, right, it gets your adrenaline pumping, it gets your body going, it gets you able to handle a certain stress that most people can't have because your body's already handling it. The blood is already pumping. You can already kind of maintain this kind of pressure already. You're already apt for it, right? So you already understand what's going through. So you already have this kind of, how can I word it? Like hardship. You're already built. It's like, put like this. This is the best way I can say it. Athletes, you know, when they work out, they're put in stressful situations. They can handle the pressure because they work on it day in and day out. Right? So their endorphins go off, right? Right? The dopamine, right? They can handle the pressure because they work on it. When you work out, real life pressures is like that in the game. It's game time. So when you work out enough, life's game time, you're in the like game of life, that's what happens. That's why people, you ever notice the people who don't work out, you could tell that the ones out of shape, they always stress out, like, I don't know what to do. You're stressed because you don't work out. Your body doesn't know what to do when the time's on, that extra energy, the adrenaline is pumping, and you're just like, but when you work out and you get that adrenaline pumping, you know what that adrenaline feels like, so you know it's time to pump. You ever get to the gym, right? And you get there, you're like, okay. And you start off like whatever your warm-up exercise is, it might be legs, right? Like, okay, bam. And then when it kick in, you like, bam, you feel it and you go. Now, you know, when you at work and you're like, okay, it's on, like, okay, man, I gotta do this. And you feel that pump. Okay, bam, I got it. Okay, I got this. And we going down. You feel it. You can't wait for it. You wait for it. You live for that moment. That one moment. That's what it does to you. That mental resilience. Your brain is cognitive and ready for that moment. You were built for that moment. A lot of people don't understand that. And maybe the way I said it might not translate well, but that's what working out does for some people. Let me ask you guys something. Fellas, what's your go-to workout when you need to clear your head? Fellas, what is your go-to workout when you need to clear your head? Fellas, what is your go-to workout when you need to clear your head? Mine's push-ups. Push-ups for sure. It's definitely push-ups. It's definitely push-ups. It's definitely push-ups. Right? I just think about push-ups because I think it's the blood rush for the push-ups. I think it's the way the blood rush to the brain, to the body. And I think because the body weight and it just kind of like blows you up real quick. I think just that feel, it's an overall body feel. I think it's push-ups for me. I think a lot of guys might say push-ups. But if you're in the chat, let me know what's your favorite go-to for mental clearness for working out. Right? So we're going to move along, guys. We're moving through this pretty good. How much time we been on here? Let me see how long we've been on here, guys. Oh, yeah, we're around about the regular time. So we're doing good, guys. We're doing good, right? So now this is one of the most important parts I feel as a man to grow and empower you guys in is the financial growth and stability. Now, notice I wrote financial growth and stability because you can grow financially, but can you be stable when you grow? Right? Can you grow financially and be stable when you grow? Because, see, you can have a good year, good 2 years, and then next year fall off because it happens to all of us. We've all been there to where we had a good year, bad year, good year, bad year. But can we have consistent good years, right? So we have to give you guys the tools for financial freedom, right? And I think we all want financial freedom. We talked about this last time. What does financial freedom look like to you guys, right? Is it more time with your family? Is it more time to travel? Is it a bunch of partying? Is it a bunch of boat trips? Is it a bunch of travel around the world? It could be different for everybody, right? So the key 3 things I feel like for financial freedom, or I should say the beginning or the basics of financial freedom. Like I say, I think maybe the basics. I don't know how to work. Maybe the basics, right? Understanding the basics of financial freedom is understanding budgeting, debt, and credit. Yeah, I would say that's the basics. It's understanding debt, budgeting, and credit. Now, I would say understanding budgeting first. The reason why I say budgeting is because no matter how much money you have, do or don't have, if you can't budget your money, understanding budgeting or budgeting your money, you will always be at risk of losing your money. If you can't budget money, you will always be at risk of losing your money. You have to be able to budget your money. So even when you have a million or billion, you got to budget it like you got two. Now, the reason why I say that is this. You have to be good with money. Now, they always talk about fuck you money. That's that Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, them dudes type of money. Richard Branson money, that's that fuck you money. I get that. But if you can't budget your money right now, what makes you think the universe and God's going to bless you with money like that? If you can't budget what you got right now. So if you can't budget what you got right now, how are you going to run a Fortune 500 company? How are you going to run $1 million entertainment company? How are you going to get $1 million record deal? How are you going to get this, that, sports deal? You got to be able to budget what you got right now. If you can't budget what you got right now, how is the universe going to bless you with what you want? It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. It's just not in the cards for you. I'm sorry. And budgeting is very simple. Write out all your bills, pay those first. What's left over, put some up for savings, put some up for emergency funds, leave the rest for what you can spend. And sometimes it might not be nothing left. It is what it is. Make more money. It is what it is. Make more money. Pay your bills first. Have some saved up. Make more money. Simple and plain. Make more money. Get your value up. If you got to go back to school, go back to school. Create a service and sell it to people. Get your value up. There's so many ways to get your value up nowadays. It's crazy. We'll get into that a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? But get your value up. Number 2, debt. Stay out of debt. Understand debt. I know a lot of Robert Kiyosaki says how to leverage debt. Robert Kiyosaki tells you how to leverage debt. A lot of people have stupid debt. What I call stupid debt. 4-year-old foreign cars, 6-7-year-old foreign cars. Things y'all should never co-signed on. Things y'all should never bought people and never paying notes on. Debts like that. Right? Bad debt. Pay that debt off. Get rid of that debt. Too much debt. Just things you shouldn't be in debt in. Understanding your debt, your income to debt ratio as well. Understanding your income to debt ratio, meaning are you more in debt than what you got coming in? So do you have more debt than you have money coming in? That's all bad. You want to have more money than coming in than you have debt. That's your income to debt ratio. You always want to make sure you have more income coming in than you have debt. And you want to always be lowering your debt. Always be lowering your debt. You want to have minimal debt. The only debt in my book that you should have excusable is student loan debt. And you should be working on lowering that. And if you want a good trick on debt, is a snowball effect. The snowball effect is pay your smallest debt off first and work your way up to your biggest. I'm a big component of. I don't really think you need credit cards. You can have one good credit card. That's it. I don't believe in 1,000 credit cards. You don't need $100,000 worth of credit cards. It's just not needed. If you can't afford to pay cash for it, you don't deserve it. Or you don't need it. Not deserve it. You don't need it. Now, credit. Now, Robert Kiyosaki tells you how to use debt and credit to build an empire. Dave Ramsey tells you don't need credit, buy cash. So whichever type of guy you are, you either Robert Kiyosaki or Dave Ramsey type of guy. It's up to you. Credit has got a lot of people in trouble. Putting things on credit has told people you can get it now and pay later, but that interest rate is going to kill you. That APR rate is going to kill you. Buying something now and paying later over a period of time makes you pay more than what you paid for it initially due to the percentage of interest that you're paying on it. Understanding that means a car that you buy right now that's $30,000 might end up being $60,000 due to the interest for an old car. Understanding that right now. So understanding credit is very essential to that, and then understanding your personal credit and also business credit if you have a business. So understand that there's so many levels to credit that you have to understand for financial growth and stability. So you have to deep dive into the credit, debt, and budgeting. You have to deep dive. I don't have enough time today to tell you all three of those, but that's things that you really have to take time and learn, right? Now, what you have to learn, right, is simple investment principles. Now, we can't get into all the investment principles, but simple investment principles, whether it be stocks, day trading, capital investment, angel investment, anything like that, right? Like invest in companies, people, startups, the stock market, mutual funds, stuff like that, hedge funds, stuff like that. Learn those though. Simple investment principles, simple ones, bro. You ain't got to get too intricate. Just understanding if you have a little bit, a couple extra dollars, do that and find out what works best for you. Are you a passive, aggressive, semi-aggressive investor? What do you want to do with your life, right? What works for you? Also, avoid get rich traps, right? The get rich quick traps. All them commercials on Instagram that tells you, hey, do this. I made this overnight by doing this, and here's the new play automation and this and that. Avoid the get quick rich traps. Anything that happens quick is not worth it. It takes time for everything. Go read Elon Musk's book. Go read Jeff Bezos' book. Go read Steve Jobs' book. Go read Bill Gates' book. Them dudes took forever. Sergio, I forgot, Bergen, whoever started Google, read their books. I read their books. Them dudes took years. Go watch Super Pump, the dude who started Uber. Go watch Social Network. Took years before they got to where they were going. Even though it took off fast, it took years. Nothing happens overnight. Nothing. It looks like it happens overnight, but it takes a culmination of years and hard work, sacrifice. It looks like it's overnight. Nothing happens overnight. Also, what I want to talk about is building multiple streams of income where your money works for you, because money never sleeps. Understand how to build multiple streams of income where there's stocks, real estate, a job, plus a business you own, selling a service, AI automation, things like that. Multiple incomes where you have multiple streams of income coming in to where you can make more money, into where now your liquidity is up. Not just your asset, your liquidity is up, right? Now you're worth more like that. Your liquidity and your assets are worth more. Now, what we're saying with this financial growth and stability, you have to start learning this. I can't tell you all this right now, but you got to learn this if you want to grow. This is because remember, we're empowerment of men right now. You have to learn all this. I know it's a lot of stuff to unpack right now, so go back and rewatch this. But to help you grow, all these pieces matter. Unpacking all these pieces, right? So remember, building multiple streams of income, right? Now, fellas, if you had an extra $500 a month, what would you invest it in? If you had an extra $500 a month, what would you invest it in? Extra $500 a month, what would I invest it in? It's horrible. Extra $500 a month. Extra $500 a month would probably go into an index fund or a mutual fund with a nice return. Definitely. Yeah, definitely. I definitely do an index fund like that. Definitely. Now, what I want, hold on. How much time we got, guys? I don't want to bore you guys too much. Okay, so we're right on time, guys. Okay. So, this is one of the most important parts, fellas. This is what's going to propel us to our best potential, to the best level of us. This is what's going to make us the best version of ourselves, fellas. This is what's going to make us the best version of ourselves, fellas. I promise you that. All right, hold on. I need chapstick for this one. Lips look like I've been smoking dope. Hold on. Okay, we're back now. Hold on. So, relationships, brotherhood, and legacy. Right? Relationships, brotherhood, and legacy. I want to show you guys how friendships and mentorships will help you grow as a man. Right? I want to show you how mentorships will help you grow as a man, right? So first, you got to choose friends who are going to push you forward, right? And even choosing friends that are mentors, right? You got to choose friends that are going to push you forward. I've been blessed. I've been really blessed, to be honest. I got friends who are in real estate, friends who are in the financial business, friends who have been congressmen, friends who have been mayors, friends who have been city councilmen. These dudes pour into me when they see me. They give me nothing but encouragement. They keep me going. They keep saying, go. We love what you're doing. We love the work you're putting in. And they give me business advice, whether it be text, whether it be on the golf course. I'm trash at golf, by the way. I'm good at Top Golf, though. But they tell me things that the average person wouldn't get in them moments. And I'm going to tell you right now, it is so vital. It is so critical to have those type of people around you. It is so pivotal in your life and in where you're going in your life to have those type of people around you. It is so pivotal. It is so pivotal to have those type of men around you for mentorship and a brotherhood. So when you're slacking, they can help you out. So they can give you that guidance. See, there's nothing wrong with your brother saying, hey, you're slacking. Hey, what you need help with. Hey, I seen you doing this. I think you can do it better. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. No, I seen you doing this. Bro, you know how many people pour into me and tell me about my greatness that I don't even see? And to y'all might say, well, man, I don't got nobody to say that. Find somebody, bro. Find someone that you can have them high level conversations with. Don't be that guy that only want to hang out with people he's better than. Be the guy that wants to hang around people that make him feel like I got to step it up. I love being around certain people that make me step it up. Like, man, okay, I see what they're doing. I got to step it up. I love being around them type of people because them type of people make me stay on my A game. I don't like being around people that I make nervous. I like being around people that make me nervous. Then I be like, dang, okay, I can't say this. Okay, I'm not. Then I love being around people I feel like, dang, he's smart. Like when he talk, okay, he's sharp. I never want to be the smartest person in the room. So I always choose friends who are going to push me forward. I always choose friends that are going to push me forward because I know it's for the betterment of me and my peer group. Be careful who you make your friend, though. Bad habits rub off. Bad habits rub off. You always want to make sure you pick people that's going to make you be the best version of you. Always. The best version you're going to give to the world. That's who you want around you. That's who you want around you when you're doing this thing we call life. The friends you are around right now are the friends you're going to see at the finish line in that victory lap. Shout out to Nip. Now, the next thing is so important, guys. Fellas, listen. Fellas, listen. Listen. Setting healthy boundaries in all relationships. Friends, family, significant others, homeboys, work, everywhere. Setting healthy boundaries. Letting people know where they stand and why. Do not let no one play with you. Do not let no one cross your personal boundaries. Respect is a must. Always set healthy boundaries. Stop letting things slide. Stop letting things slide because you like someone, or you cool with someone, or you need their help. Set healthy boundaries. Even with that millionaire. Even with that supervisor. Even with that CEO. Even with that VP. Even with that fine woman. Even with that wife, even with that husband, set those boundaries. Respect yourself. Know your value. Set that boundary. Yeah. Because what's going to happen is when you don't set that boundary and them lines get crossed, you diminish who you are. You diminish who you are. And now you're shrinking back who you are. And now you're losing you every moment you let them cross that boundary. And you're going to start forgetting who you are. And now they're going to play with you. And one day you're going to explode because you know what? You're going to get tired of that. Always set healthy boundaries in all relationships. I'm talking with mama, daddy, grandma, everybody. It ain't no games. It ain't no games with this. This is life. You only got one life and it's yours to live. You make sure you live it right. You better make sure you living it right the way you want to live it every day, brothers. I'm telling you right now, ain't no do-overs in this. Remember, I told you, ain't no do-overs in this one. Ain't no do-overs in this one. I'm telling you. Think it's a game. Fuck around and find out. Okay. Now, what I do want to say is leaving a legacy of impact, not just money. Leaving a legacy of impact, not just money. This is something I strive to do so much. The reason why I say leaving a legacy of impact and not just money, you can leave your family money and your kids are going to spend it. They're not going to remember none of the stuff they bought. But if you leave a legacy of impact, the things you've done in your community, the things you taught your family, and a good name, your family's going to remember that. You know why you know who the Rockefellers are? Because J.D. Rockefeller left a legacy with his name. You know why you know who the Carnegies are? Because Andrew Carnegie left a legacy with his name. You know why you know who J.P. Morgan is? Because he left a legacy with his name. You know why you know who the Kennedys are? They left a legacy with their name. You had to leave a legacy of impact, not just money. You have to understand what that means, fellas. Leaving a legacy of impact. That means everything you do, you have to do it with the intentions of leaving an impact on the world. Not that little place you call your hometown. Not that little speck of dirt you call your block. Not that little speck of dirt you call your hood or your homies where your homies hang. No, the world. What are you doing to impact the world? What are you giving back to the world? What are you saying to the world like, hey, you know what? I want to be great. Fuck the money. I want to be great. See, a lot of people, they want to be cool. They want to be famous. They don't want to be great. They don't want to impact the world. Remember, leaving a legacy of impact, not just money, man. And I get it, bro. Look, I get it. I understand. Trust me, I get it. I get it 100%. Everything ain't for everybody. I get it. Everything ain't for everybody. But I guarantee leaving a legacy of impact and not just money will make you live forever. See, that's how you live forever. For real. Now, fella, who's a man in your life that inspires you? Like, who's someone in your life that inspires you? And I get it. Oh, I don't want nobody to inspire me. I'm a real nigga. Nobody. It's okay, bro. Who's one man in your life that inspires you? And if that person inspires you, send them this episode. Whatever that man in your life inspires you, send them this episode, man. And tell them in the comments. Let me know what they think about this episode. For real, right? You know, I want to see if y'all inspired, right? Leave them this episode, man. Leave them this episode, man. Leave them this episode, man. Tell them what we talked about, man. Go over what we talked about in this whole episode, bro. Tell them what we talked about, bro. Leave them this episode, right? You know what I'm saying? Because what we talked about tonight was this was a good episode, man. This is what we're gonna start doing. If y'all like the way this episode was set up, if y'all like this talk with Miles, right, let me know, man. For the fellas, you know, because tonight we talking about leveling up, right? Talking about leveling up and men's empowerment on all fronts, right? Talking about leveling up men's empowerment on all fronts. That's what we talked about tonight. So tonight's show was leveling up men's empowerment on all fronts, right? And so what we talked about tonight was self-reflection and identities, right? Mental and emotional mastery, physical health and discipline, financial growth and stability, relationships, brotherhood, and legacy, right? That's what we talked about tonight. So if y'all like this episode, what I want y'all to do, right, is drop a comment, right? Send this episode to somebody in your life that inspires you, right? And then what I want you to do, right, I want y'all to do the 30-day Better Man Challenge, which is read one book, commit to 3 workouts a week, and save $100. And then I want you to invite someone to come along to our community, right? And come and hang out with us. And then show your progress on your stories, right? With Level Up Man Challenge hashtag, right? And then with that, this is what we're doing. We're just going to help each other be better men, bro. And this is how you be a better man. So the 30-day Better Man Challenge is this. Read one book, commit to 3 workouts a week, save $100. That's easy. And so you can better yourself. I'm gonna do it. You can do it. I got a book over here actually already. So man, listen, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Listen, it's always good when y'all come through and hang out with me, man.